aking channel. At kung bago lang kayo sa channel na to, huwag niyong kalimutang i-subscribe, i-like ang mga videos, at i-ring nyo na rin yung notification bell para maging updated kayo sa mga video tutorials na ina-upload ko dito sa aking channel. So for today's lesson, we're going to discuss the operations on rational or rational numbers. So the four fundamental operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. But this time, hahatiin natin sa dalawa yung discussion kasi masyadong hahaba kung ating pagsasama-samahin. So for this time, let us first discuss addition and subtraction. So before we proceed with operation on rational numbers, so first we need to determine the rules, of course, in integers. So kailangan alam natin yung rules ng integers as well as subtractions. So sa integers, in adding integers, so we have two rules. The first rule is if the given integers has the same sign. So ito yung same sign, add and keep. So ibig sabihin, we just add the numbers and keep the sign. If the addends are both positive, then the answer is positive. If the answer is both negative, then the sum or the answer is negative also. So that is the rule in adding same sign integers. While in adding different sign integers, so we're going to subtract the numbers and we need to copy the sign of the higher number. So pakita ko po sa inyo kung paano nangyayari. So let's say we have negative 4 plus negative 3. So since parehas silang negative, so what are we going to do is just add the numbers and copy the sign. So negative 4 plus negative 3 is negative 7. So that is how you add similar or same sign integers. So another one is 5 plus 9. So that is, since parehas silang positive, that will be 14 or positive 14. While in adding different sign integers, so let's say we have negative 7 plus 3. Okay, so in adding different sign integers, so you're going to subtract the numbers and copy the sign of the higher number. So we have here negative 7 plus 3. So subtracting 7 minus 3, the answer is 4. And then we're going to copy the sign of the higher number. So 7 and 3, so the higher number is 7 and the sign is negative. So therefore, the answer is negative 4. So let's say we have 9 plus negative 8. So 9 plus negative 8, so different sign. So we need to subtract the numbers. 9 minus 8, that is 1. So, and since 9 is greater than 8, so kunin natin yung sign ng 9 which is positive. So kaya siya naging positive 1. And that is how you add integers. So those are the rules. So yun lang po yung dapat nating tandaan. Then sa subtraction naman, so in subtracting integers, so the process are, first is to copy the minuend and then change subtraction into addition, and the next one is to change the sign of the subtrahend. So how are we going to do that? So ganito lang po yun. So let's say we have negative 4 minus 8. So negative 4 minus 8. So the first thing you will do is just copy the minuend. So that is negative 4. And then change subtraction into addition. And change the sign of the subtrahend. So since positive 8 siya, gagawin natin siyang negative 8. And then proceed to addition. So we have negative 4 plus negative 8. So same sign sila. Rule natin kapag same sign, add the numbers and copy the sign. So that will be negative 12. And for the last, let's say another example. So we have 11 minus negative 4. Or let's say negative 7. So 11 minus negative 7, same process. So you need to copy the minuend. So that is 11. Then change addition or change subtraction into addition. So that will be plus. And then change the sign of the subtrahend. So negative 7, that will become positive 7. So that will be 11 plus 7. So that is 18. That is how you subtract integers. So yung rule natin sa addition and subtraction is gagamitin din natin dito sa operation on rational numbers, which is addition and subtraction. Okay, so another thing na dapat kailangan nyo alam when we are solving or performing operations on rational number is the rules on fraction. So sa fraction naman, there are two rules kapag nag-a-add and nag-subtract ng fraction. If the fractions are similar and if the fractions are dissimilar. So when we say similar fractions, these are fractions with common denominator or parehas lang yung denominators. And then for dissimilar fraction, of course, is the opposite. Magkaiba sila ng denominator. So how are we going to deal with that? So let's say, for example, we have 1 over 2, or let's say 1 over 5 plus 2 over 5. So this is an example of a similar fractions, 1 over 5 and 2 over 5. So what are we going to do? So in adding this type of fractions, so what are we going to do is just copy the denominator and add or subtract the numerator. So that will be 5, and then add or subtract, so that will be 1 plus 2, that is 3 over 5. That is how you add similar fractions. So ganun lang po siya kadali. So copy the denominator, add or subtract the numerator. So kapag pareho sila ng denominator. So another example is, let's say, 4 over 6 or 4 over 6 minus, let's say, 2 over 6. So again, this is an example of similar fraction rather. So just copy the denominator, so 6, and then the numerator, so 4 minus 2. So that will be 4 minus 2 is 2 all over or over 6. And then if the given is can be simplified, pwede natin siyang simplify or kunin natin yung lowest term. So since 2 over 6 or 2 and 6 are divisible by 2, then its lowest term is 1 over 3. So divide lang natin yung numerator and the denominator sa 2 kasi parehas naman silang divisible sa 2. That is the lowest term. 1 over 3. And that is how you add similar fractions or add or subtract similar fractions. So paano naman pag magkaiba? Kasi kailangan natin yun din sa ating lesson. So pag magkaiba naman, of course, is let's say we have 2 over 3 plus 1 over 4. So we have here the similar fraction. So we have 2 over 3 plus 1 over 4. So what are you going to do is find the LCD. Kunin lang natin yung LCD at marami tayong process kung paano natin nakukuha yung LCD. You can use the factor 3 or the continuous division or skip counting. Pwede natin gamitin yun para makuha yung LCD. So for this given, the LCD is 12. So kailangan muna natin siyang gawing similar fractions. So we will have 12 as the LCD, so parehas silang magiging 12 kasi nga yun yung kailangan natin gawin para maging pareho sila. And then, lipat ko lang dito sa baba para mas makita niyo yung process. So we have 12 plus 12. So para maging similar fraction sila, alam na natin yung LCD, ang gagawin natin is, we need to divide the denominator or the LCD by the denominator of the fraction, so divide. And yung makukuha nating sagot is i-multiply naman natin sa taas. Multiply lang natin. So that means we have 12 divided by 3 is 4 times 2, that is 8. So that will be the numerator of our new fraction. And then for the second fraction, so ganun din. So we need to divide the denominator to the LCD. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. And then multiply again dun sa numerator, so that is 12 divided by 4 is 3 times 1 is 3. So that will be our new fraction or set of fractions. So we have 8 over 12 plus 3 over 12. So similar na sila. We're going to use the process in adding similar fractions. So to do that, we just need to copy the denominator and then the numerator, 8 plus 3. And that will be 11 over 12. So that is the process in adding the similar fractions. So after knowing the concept or the rules in adding and subtracting integers and as well as fractions, so we have similar and dissimilar fraction, we can now proceed with operations on integers, specifically addition and subtraction. So how are we going to solve that kind of given. So let's try the first example. So let's say we have 2 over 3, or let's say 2 over 7 plus negative 1 over 7. So we have here positive 2 over 7 plus negative 1 over 7. So same procedure. So since parehas silang they are similar fraction, so we're just going to copy the denominator. So that will be 7. And then we will have 2 plus negative 1. And so the result, so balik tayo sa addition of integers. Itong nasa numerator natin. So addition of different side integers, so 2 plus negative 1 is 1 over 7. So that will be the answer in our first example. Next one. So let's say we have negative 8 over 15 plus negative 2 over 15. So negative 8 plus over 15 plus negative 2 over 15. So same or similar fraction siya. Parehas sila ng denominator. So we just need to copy the denominator, which is 15. And then the numerator, so negative 8 plus negative 2. And then proceed. So we will have yung sa numerator natin. So negative 8 plus negative 2. So same side integers siya. So we will have negative 10 over 15. So negative 10 over 15 yung ating magiging sagot. And we're going to look if the given can be simplified or pwedeng kuhanan ng lowest term. So 10 and 15, so since they are both divisible by 5, so that means pwede pa natin siyang i-lowest term. And we're going to divide the numerator and the denominator by 5. So that will be negative 2 over 3. And that is our answer. So let's have the next example. So let's say we have 3 over 5 plus negative 2 over 50. So let us try this given. So 3 over 5 plus negative 2 over 15. Since they are similar fractions, so what are we going to do? So we need to make them as similar fractions. So kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina. So anong gagawin natin? So we're going to make them similar fractions. So by determining the LCD. So in this given, so 5 and 15, the LCD of course is 15. So after natin makuha yung LCD, same process na ginawa natin kanina. So we just need to divide. So divide. And then the result will be multiplied to the numerator. So 15 divided by 5 is 3 times 3, that will be 9. And then proceed. So we have 15 divided by 15 is 1. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 since 1 lang naman siya. So any number multiplied to 1 is the same number. So negative 2 yung magiging sagot. So they are now similar fractions. So going back to the process, so magiging 15 and then we have 9 plus negative 2. And the result will be 9 plus negative 2 is different side integers, so we're going to subtract. So 9 minus 2 is 7 and the higher number is 9, so that means the sign of the given is positive. So that is positive 7 over 50. So that is for addition. So ganun lang siya. Alam natin yung concept ng integers at alam natin yung concept ng fraction. So madali niyo siya masasagutan. So let us proceed with subtraction. Okay, so in subtraction, so let's say we have 7 over 9 minus negative 3 over 9. So let's say we have that example. So 7 over 3 or 7 over 9 minus 3 over 9. So they are similar fractions, so kopyahin lang natin yung denominator. So we will have 9, and then we will have 7 minus negative 3. So 7 minus negative 3 is subtraction of integers. So alam natin yung rule or yung process kung paano tayo mag-subtract ng integers. So that will be, so dito na lang sa baba. So that will be 9. And then sa rules natin kapag nagsusubtract, so we need to copy the minuend. So that is, dito na lang tayo magpo-focus. 7 minuend. Then change subtraction into addition. So that will be negative or minus. Nagawin natin plus. And then for the subtrahend, we're going to change the sign of the subtrahend. So since negative 3 siya, so magiging positive 3. And for our final answer, we will have 7 plus 3. That is 10 over 9. Or, pwede rin naman siyang maging 1 and 1 over 9. So that is the mixed fraction form of 10 over 9. So pwede rin siyang maging sagot. In case na kailangan siyang gawing mixed number, so ganun po yung magiging sagot. So another example, so let's say we have negative 15 over 20 minus 5 over 20. Okay, so since parehas sila ng denominator, so what are we going to do? We just need to copy the denominator. So we have here 20. And then, so copy the numerator, so we will have 15 minus 5. So after that, proceed na tayo dito sa ating numerator, which is the subtraction of integers. So we will have 20, then copy the minuend, so that is 15. From subtraction, we're going to change that into addition, and positive 5 will become negative 5. So that will be negative 15 plus negative 5, so same sign integers, we need to add the numbers. So that will be negative 20 over 20. So we have here negative 20 over 20, so the result is negative 1. Since 20 divided by 20 is 1. So the answer is negative 1. So another example. So let's say we have 3 over 8 minus negative 5 over 4. Yeah. So we have here 3 over 8 minus negative 5 over 4. So what are we going to do? Again, so they are dissimilar fractions. So what are we going to do is to find the LCD. So in the given fractions, the LCD of course is 8. So making them as similar fractions, so we have 8 as the LCD. And then proceed. So paano natin nakukuha yung numerator? So we need to divide. And then the result will be multiplied to the numerator. So 8 divided by 8 is 1 times 3. That is 3. So the next one will be 8 divided by 4 times negative 5. So that will be 8 divided by 4 is 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And then, so we're going to proceed. So since parehas na sila, so copy the denominator, 8, and then we have 3 minus negative 10. And again, so subtraction of integers, following the rules. So yan po yun. So we have 8, 3, copy the minuend, change subtraction into addition, and change the sign of the subtrahend. So negative 10, that will be positive 10. So the result will be 3 plus 10 is 13 all over 8. So 13 over 8 is our final answer, or you can change that into mixed numbers, so that will be 1 and 5 over 8. That is the same answer. So 13 over 8 or 1 and 5 over 8. So that is how you add and subtract rational or rational numbers.